I deem it is an honor and a great privilege to propose a welcome address on this great occasion of EC Department and EEE Department, on which they are conducting the first national conference on innovations in communication and computing and green energy technologies. I am very happy that the Department of DRDO, Defense Research Development Organization, has sponsored this program. On this occasion, let me thank the chief guest, Mr. Purushothaman, scientist, who has spared his valuable time with us. It is my duty to thank the management, our beloved chairman and respected secretary for their continuous support on all the programs which we conduct in our campus. My dear students, the journey of electrical and electronics started like this. From the Ohm's law, with the basic elements, resistor, capacitor and inductor, they started an analog system. As you all know, this analog system was very popular. That was the first radio by which it was developed. Later on, the analog circuit was developed by so many other activities. For example, it wanted to represent it as a system, real-time system, but for which they needed the help of mathematicians. For example, if you take an RC circuit, if you apply a current, it was represented by a differential equation, that is R into I of t plus 1 by c integral I of t dt. That was the starting of this analog era. Then again, it has to be analyzed, simulated, only if it is represented by a function. Then came Laplace transform, the most complex of mathematicians. Based on that Laplace transform, they represented it as a transfer function. Then it has been analyzed for stability by using a Routh criterion. If you plot the poles on the left hand side of the plane, then it is called a stable system. Then the development with tape recorder. The problem in tape recorder is you cannot store the information for a couple of days because it will suffer with the noises like hiss, hum, scratch and so on. So slowly the journey started with digital systems. Again the problem with the same system has to be represented by means of mathematical application. Then they developed a difference equation. Then it has been represented by a Z transform as a function. The stability was checked. Now, by using these elementary signals, they continued for a voice signal processing. Later on, it is called as digital signal processing, reconstructing an original signal without any noise from the error signal. Again, you cannot completely erase these errors. Then adaptive signal processing came. The error has been reduced much by using technologies like LMS, RLS, FXLMS, adjoint LMS and so on. Still the error was there. They started doing neural network. They trained the technique by means of reducing this error. Even then, they reached only local minima. They didn't touch the global minima. Then they thought of using fuzzy logic. Even in fuzzy logic, since it is an indeterministic function, it has not reached the global minima. They tried with neurofuzzy. Even then, there was a problem in the error. Then came genetic algorithm. It has given the best output, errorless system. It has reached the global minima. Then came image processing, analysis using two-dimensional. Everything is based on mathematics. the two-dimensional analysis came with the help of compression. As you all know, Coimbatore is very famous for medical transcription only because of these compression. It started with JPEG and MPEG. But the problem in this DCT compression is the blocks, if you compress, the edges won't get compressed. That was the error, major error. That was the major problem in storage of these elements. Then, luckily, we got wavelet transform. Where wavelet transform, you can represent an image by means of pixels. The block has been removed and it is represented by a single pixel. That was the improvement why Coimbatore is very famous for medical transcription is because of this wavelet where the edges is removed and you can use multiple memory elements with a single component. That was, let me give an example. DSP is a single rate compression. You can process this rate signal only by use of fixed sampling rate. That is the reason CD came. In a 70 MB CD, you can store only 12 songs. But after the development of multi-rate signal processing, that is, you can compress, you can decompress with the help of decimation and interpolation technology. Very simple concept. If you multiply by 2, then it is called interpolation. If you divide by 2, it is called decimation. That is the basic